Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I feel like doing a little bit more of an out there look, so let's get started. Now instead of doing a primer just on the eyelids, today we're going to do a primer on pretty much a mask shape over the face. I really don't know how far I want to pull this look onto my face. So yeah, you better just apply more than enough primer. Like, it's better to have more primer than to have too little. Oh, and by the way, I do recommend using a nude primer with some coverage, because then you don't have to bother with concealer first before applying this. Always nice. Primer I'm using is actually my, well, most used, every single time used actually primer. That's not actually a primer, it's the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Crème de Nude, which just stays on my face all day, and as you can tell, pretty damn good as concealer as well. So yeah, here's the comparison. Like, seriously, wow, I have a weird spot here from my hair clip in the night. Anyway, but yeah, you can tell the difference, you know, like it's basically, it's a cream eyeshadow, yet it works as well as a foundation, as a concealer. It looks flawless. Like, it is a bit drier from up close, because again, it's not actually meant to be a face-based product. But still, I mean, it looks pretty dang good, doesn't it? So yeah, now just gotta copy this to the other side. Then for eyeshadow, I'm gonna use the Bloodlust palette by Jeffree Cosmetics, because it has a lot of purple shades in it, and I want to do sort of a purple flame look, so purple eyeshadows would be handy. And the first thing that I'm gonna do is to just use lavender shades to make a bit of a base. Also, just to make sure that the the primer won't actually, you know, start to like fold itself up into my creases. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering what inspired this look, I've been playing like Resident Evil 4 again. I've played for over 100 hours now. Right now I'm trying to do a run knife and pistol only, just for fun. I'm doing it in the standard setting. I mean, I have actually done the hardcore mode and finished the game. However, I do feel like I'm not the sort of gamer who really wants to play it in professional mode or whatever, because I want to enjoy gaming, and I don't want to sit there being annoyed and having to do the same freaking thing 500 times over just to make it, because that's just not something I enjoy. I mean, I know there's like heaps of people who really like go for the accomplishments like that, you know, to go for like the hardest setting and like finish the game at S+ level in the hardest setting. That only makes sense if you actually play Resident Evil, but that's beside the point. But I'm not one of those people. Like, I've tried, but I've noticed that if I have to do the same thing 5 times over before I succeed, it becomes more of a chore than actual fun. Like, and I want to enjoy gaming. I want to feel like I have to make a bit of an effort, but that is still like fun, because I enjoy playing games for the story. And yeah, like what I notice, if I make it too difficult for myself, I mean, I can do it, but I just really don't enjoy it anymore, and then it becomes more of a chore, you know? Like, I have to finish this level, and then I'm allowed to go do something else, and that's not the way I want to game. I want to game and, like, actually have the gaming be, like, the spare time, fun thing to do, and not have it be a chore that I have to finish, you know? Like, that's basically it. But anyway, how that all ties into this look is I wanted to do a more out there makeup look this week, but all my ideas that sprung up in my mind were Halloween related, and it's still summer, so that wasn't nice. Or at least it was nice. Like, I have a lot of good ideas for Halloween now, but you know, I wanted to do something a little bit more colorful and like less Halloween-y. That sounded so weird. Anyway, but yeah, so I figured, I need an idea. So I kept thinking about what can I do in terms of like a more full face look, and then I realized, the purple flames at the merchants. I mean, really, that's how my brain works with like makeup looks. I just need a vague idea, and then I start somewhere, and like I'm not sure if I'm actually at this point. I was planning on doing flames, but I might just do like sort of a random like more smoky look. I'm not sure yet, but like that's literally why I also don't make face charts and stuff. I always just sort of start somewhere, and then I continue. And I continue on further, and then it turns into something, or it doesn't, and then I just take it off and start over again. I mean, that's the beauty of makeup, you know, like you don't have to do it perfect the first time around. You can just start with like a vague idea of what color scheme you want, and start doing something and just see how it goes, because it's makeup, it's not on there eternally, you can just play with it. Oh, by the way, that is totally how I keep gaming fun for myself. Like, I always want to play the same game multiple times just because, well, with games I like, I usually really love the characters and the story and I just want to enjoy it again and again. But like you can never copy the exact same feeling from like the first time you ever play a game when everything is new. And keep in mind, when the original Resident Evil 4 came out, I was 12 years old, so I obviously never played it. Not back then at least, and also like I have just never ended up playing it at any point in time really. So yeah, basically I literally did not know what to expect from Resident Evil 4. I had no idea about the storyline overall. So I just went into it completely blank and everything was new, and you can like never quite copy that feeling no matter how often you like put challenges up for yourself. But you can totally keep it interesting for yourself by, you know, doing challenges. Now I'm doing the handgun and knife only route. I don't know if I'm really doing it officially because I am using grenades, because again I do want to keep it fun for myself, so I don't want to make it too difficult. But it is really fun because it just feels more, I don't know, like story wise it feels more real, because realistically like he encounters a lot of freaking weapons in the game, and like I feel like it's just more natural if he would actually have to finish his mission with the weapons that he actually got, which is not really a lot considering that he's supposed to like save the president's daughter, and apparently they couldn't even like give him a shotgun or anything. Like whatever, I don't know, like budget problems, I have no idea. But yeah, anyway, so that's basically what I'm doing right now with my spare time. Now with a smaller brush I'm just adding a little bit more details, like a bit of a nose contour. Also, if my brushes look really freaking dirty, that's because they are. I really need to wash them after this. I haven't washed them in ages. I don't know, I've been busy. So yeah, but anyways, I'm just doing the details now that I couldn't really do with a big fluffy blender because it's big and fluffy. And I need something a little bit less big and fluffy for these details. By the way, there are more games that I actually want to play. I don't plan on just playing Resident Evil 4 or 5 million times for the rest of my life. I've never played Resident Evil 7 and I still want to play it. Like, I have played Resident Evil 8 because I don't do things in a logical order. But I've never played Resident Evil 7, even though that is more like an actual horror game rather than adventure and action. So I really do want to play it. It's just that like by now I'm sort of obsessed with Leon, and Leon is not in Resident Evil 7, so yeah. Nevertheless, I do want to play it, so yeah. But like I'll just finish playing Resident Evil 4 again first. Then lastly I'm gonna add even more detail with the darkest shade from the palette, which is basically black. I mean, it's more of like a very dark grey really, with purple shimmers in it, but the shimmers are literally only visible if you slap it on and then don't blend it, and I'm gonna blend it, so the purple glitter is pretty much going to disappear, which is fine because we're gonna add shimmer another way. Also, by the way, as always, I didn't mention it before, but like as always, you don't need to use the exact same products as I'm using. If you don't have this palette, you can totally do the exact same sort of look with, you know, other purple eyeshadows. Just make sure you have a lot of purple and lavender eyeshadows and some black eyeshadow, and you'll be good. Oh, and one thing with black eyeshadow, of course, that you always have to keep in mind, any really dark shade really, make sure to apply a little bit, just as little as you can possibly get on the brush, then blend it, and then actually decide whether or not you want to apply more, because, well, I mean, I have a lot of experience in making this exact mistake, so believe me, if you add too much, you're going to not be happy with yourself, because you won't be able to remove it without removing absolutely everything, which would suck. Keep that in mind. Then lastly I'm also going to apply a little bit of the primer around my nose, because, well, both because I also want eyeshadow on the rest of my face, but also because this is quite a dry product, so I don't need to set it as much as I would with a concealer, and I'm lazy. I'm also putting a bit of shadow beneath my lower lip, which will make it look fuller, just like the highlight on the top lip will. And then some contouring in dark purple, and yes, this is my regular powder brush, so now I'm definitely going to have to wash my brushes, otherwise I'm going to have very big regrets tomorrow morning when I'll inevitably forget what I did and do my makeup for work. While I'm at it, I'm also going to apply a little bit underneath my cheekbones here. Cheekbones, I feel like I pronounced that really weird. Anyway, just to make them stand out a bit more while we're at it. Then for the highlight I'm going to use eyeshadows as well. Very surprisingly. I'm just using a very pale lavender shade on my brow bone first. So I also applied it on the bridge of my nose. I'm also applying it in my inner corner. Pretty much over the matte lavender. And also a very little bit on my chin. And then a more chunky purple glitter wherever I want chunky purple glitter. I'm putting it like that because I don't actually know where I'm going to apply this yet. So we're just sort of winging it, as with this entire look. Then on my cupid's bow I'm applying a pink glitter. Like a very soft bright one. I'm not applying it on the bridge of my nose. I'm keeping it at the purple, darker purple glitter there. But it is also going on the center of my eyelid, just to lighten that up a little bit more. And it's also going in my inner corner because, well, why not? I just want more highlighter there. And then I'm also putting that pink on my cheekbones because I want a bit more highlight. Now for my eyebrows I'm filling them in with the dark sort of lavender purple-ish shade. I mean, honestly, I don't think it would look right if I would... Wow, camera, please focus on the face, thanks. Anyway, I don't think it would look right if I were to make my eyebrows, you know, a shade that matches my hair. And then it's time to have some fun with eyeliner. Okay, now as sort of an afterthought I also smudged some of the eyeliner on my lips. Full disclosure, that will probably work better if you don't have the driest lips in the history of the universe, like I do. But anyway, I'm just going to use an eyeliner on my waterline now, a dark one. Then some mascara. And then on my lips some nude lipstick. And then some lip gloss because I want some more shimmer on the bottom. And that leaves us with the final result. And yes, I totally caved and grabbed a purple wig anyway, because I was looking at myself and I was like, I'm missing something and it's purple and hairy. That sounded so freaking weird. Anyway, so yeah, this is the complete look. By the way, I just literally shoved this cheap ass eBay wig over my like braided up hairdo, and it actually is really sturdy because like wraps its elastic edges around it. I mean, it does look like I have a huge head, but like it sort of gives an anime vibe, I think. Anyway, point being, I like it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please click the like button. It would really help me out because it makes it makes YouTube suggest my videos more often to new people. Blah. Yeah, I've reached the end of my capability to speak apparently. And if you don't want to miss any of my future videos, you can also subscribe to my channel. I do a more wearable look than this sort of cat vibe thing. Whatever it is, I do more wearable stuff than this very often. I also occasionally do weirder stuff than this, or something, do vlogs, nail art, whatever else I can think of. So yeah, if you don't want to miss anything, please subscribe. And for now, as always, I hope you have a wonderful day and I hope to see you next time. Bye!